Hey guys, Dan here and welcome to a brand new video from me. It's been like 3 weeks since I uploaded, which is a crazy long time, but hopefully things should be back to normal now. I'm now doing YouTube full time, which is awesome. My uni is also finished and I'm back from my 2-week vacation. So let's get into today's video, which is a Plasma versus Plasma mirror match on PTCGO. Now I haven't done any PTCGO videos in this format so far, and this is a deck that I am having a lot of fun with right now. I do mulligan twice, but I do get to go first, and I've got an N in my hand, so that's all good. And I start with Thunderous too, so it's all sweet. So the only special things I've got in this deck are the Absol that you can see on my bench there, which is pretty sweet in the Plasma mirror, and I've also got Lugia in here because that is cool too. I haven't done a load of testing with this deck. I think this was like my 3rd or 4th game with the deck, so bear with me. Some decisions might be weird, but let's hop right into it. So I get to attach the blend, which will give me the lightning energy, and then I decide to end because he got 2 mulligans and stuff, and I'm presented with this beautiful hand. It's 3 Deoxys, 1 Curium, a laser, and an Ultra Ball. So the 3 Deoxys I'm not complaining too much about, but I don't have a supporter and no energy in the discard pile to do anything with. So I just hit for 60, which isn't too bad because in 3 turns, or for 2 more of my turns, I can get a knockout on this Thunderous, which is actually really helpful because then I can get some prizes and hopefully get out of this bad spot I'm in. So he also has a Thunderous in the active position. He has a Snorlax on the bench, which he actually chorus machines to, and Snorlax is kind of a weird choice for the first turn because he takes 5 energy to attack and needs a full bench to do so. So maybe he's just trying to stall me out with the body or the ability. Wow, that was a bit of an old school term there, but he's actually benching another Snorlax as well, and he also does have supporters. So both on low hands, he just does a Raid and Knuckle, but his is only for 30, so I say I have the upper hand here at the moment. So I now get presented with a Plasma Energy, which I could kind of Ultra Ball away, but I don't really need anything else. I go for the laser. I'm not too sure why I did that because the maths works out okay for me, but yeah, that's all good. So I benched the Curium and put the Plasma Energy on it, and now I'm stuck with an Ultra Ball, which is absolutely awful. So I need to kind of get some prizes quick. Maybe that's why I played the laser already. He's obviously got supporters. He doesn't play the N, which I would have liked him to do, but he does play the Juniper and nets himself 7 new cards. He does stay asleep, which is actually really handy for me, but he does also bring up my Deoxys because he knows I've got a bad hand, and yeah, I'm going to have to top deck something to get out of this and keep on attacking. So let's see where he goes with it next. It doesn't look like we've both got like really slow starts. He does bench a Lugia as well, which is questionable because I do have the triple Deoxys and Thunderous out there at the moment, and he does actually take it back. But he puts down, okay, he puts down the Tornado EX, and then he puts down the Lugia again, which is kind of confusing. They're both weak to lightning, and I've pretty much a really good chance of winning this game now because he's got 2 EXs that are really weak to lightning, and I can take them out pretty easily. So I top deck like a god and get a switch, which is amazing, and then I'm able to Raid and Knuckle for the knockout on his Thunderous EX, which nets me 2 prizes, which are a catcher and a laser. So not too bad, but I would have liked a supporter. Ideally, that would have been great. But all he's got is a Snorlax. I can't retreat, but I don't really want to right now. And yeah, I'm low on energy, low on supporters, but things are looking okay. So he's got another laser, or he's got a laser to play on me to poison me and get some damage out there. He also plays a Verbank, so the damage is going to add up really quickly. So that scares me quite a bit because I need to... This is the only attacker I've got out there, so if I lose that, things are going to get nasty. So what he does is Skylar for a chorus machine, which is questionable. Oh, okay, I guess he needs desperately that energy and that new hand, so he puts down the Plasma Energy onto his Tornadus EX, brings it up, and then we'll use his Clever Style attack to shuffle his hand and draw 6 cards. So we get 6 fresh new cards, but now he has opened up an opportunity for me to take 2 more prizes really quickly. So I do top deck a Bianca, which is about time, I think. I was getting some bad draws, but I draw into 2 more catchers and a Float Stone. So the Float Stone will come in handy because if he decides to bring up another Deoxys, I will be having it out to that. The catchers are handy because he's got 3 lightning weak Pokemon on his bench, which is what is going to be really good for me. So I attack, and he has now got 150 on his Tornadus, which means it will knock out when it comes back into my turn. So I'm in a great position actually. I haven't really done much apart from attacking with Thunderous, but those double lightning weak Pokemon are really starting to hurt him. So from here, he doesn't really have, it doesn't look like he's got much in his hand, to be honest. He's kind of thinking about it a lot and not really doing much. 2 Snorlax, 2 Lugia, and a Thundurus, which is going to get knocked out if he doesn't move it out of the active position. He does have Float Stone on it, so he needs to get it out, otherwise it will get knocked out into my turn, and I'll have a free shot, another Lightning Weak EX, doing the same thing, because I can capture it, laser it, and then leave it on 150 again. And then if he does retreat it, he's got 150 on it, which means Kyurem is always there to kind of pick it off whenever I really need those last 2 prizes. He does get a massive Colress for 8, and I'm not really sure what he's going to do here. He's got, his Snorlax isn't really going to block much. Okay, he brings up my Deoxys, but we know that's okay. Obviously he doesn't, because I've got Float Stone, and then he brings up Snorlax. So things are going to get a bit strange up in here. He does use block on me, which means that I cannot retreat, so the Float Stone isn't too good here. I did take out 2 Switch. I did run 4 Switch in here for another Float Stone, which is actually going to hurt me here, so who knew. But anyway, I top deck, what did I top deck? A Team Plasma Ball, so not great. I've got no energy, and I think I'm actually going to have to pass this turn. So that catcher was pretty crucial, along with the Snorlax block. It's very, very annoying. So what am I going to do from here? I don't really know, to be honest. So I attached the Float Stone to Deoxys. I'm probably overlooking the fact that I cannot retreat right now. And actually it looks like, okay, I capture it out so that I don't have the block in effect, or he doesn't have the block in effect, so I can retreat for free thanks to Float Stone and start attacking this Lugia. So what I can do now is do what I did the previous turn and put another one of his Pokemon on 150 hit points. So all that leaves is a Kyurem attack twice, and then I have won, or I can catch her up and knock out 2 EXs in one go, and I've won the game. So I'm feeling pretty good right now, and let's see how the rest pans out. I'm not sure what he can do. His Snorlax is having 2 of them, and the rest of his attackers, they all take like massive energy counts. His Tornadus takes lots of plasma energy to get any attacks on there, but he's already got loads on his Snorlax already. But that Snorlax is going to be coming up quickly because it's starting to get a lot of energy on it, and he has a full bench right now. So it's getting a bit scary, but I just go ahead and raid and knuckle. Still no more energy, so I've still only got 2 energy on the board, which is scary. And here we go. I've got 150 on his Lugia, 150 on his Tornadus, and those are the only ways I'm going to be able to win. I can even win by just capturing and lasering stuff. So he does get the switch, and he's got the energy on his Snorlax to be able to do a team pact for 180 damage, so I am in big trouble. My Thundurus is going to go down, but he does end me, which means I get my supporters that I've been lacking the whole time. I also get a catcher, which is crazy. So what he does here is actually catch up my Kyurem and knock it out. So that's pretty bad for me, but still leaves my big attacker on the field. So it's a good play from him because it leaves the fact that his 2 big EXs have 30 damage left. It means I can't do like the surprise scramble switch and stuff like that. So that was good, which I would have been able to pull off because I do have a Skylar. So that was a good play from him. So what do I do from here? Well, I've got to choose which supporter to play. I think I'm just thinking on my turn what I can do with my Skylars here, because I can't retreat unless I get a switch or a scramble switch, both of which I run and still have kind of, I think I still have 1 switch left. So there's 2 outs to that, but otherwise things aren't looking too great now. That whole team pack thing, he's going to be knocking out my EXs one after the other, and he could effectively win in 2 or 3 more attacks, which is very scary indeed. So I do capture up his Tornadus because otherwise I'm not going to be able to retreat, and I do draw quite a beast hand. I've got 3 new Pokemon in there. A Prism Energy, a Plasma Energy, Scramble Switch, Ultra Ball, all that good stuff. So I've got ways to get energy into the discard pile because Thundurus is my only attacker right now, and he has a lot of Pokemon on his bench. This Absol is going to be wrecking him left, right, and center, which is really good in a Team Plasma kind of matchup. The only thing he's kind of lacking is Deoxys, so I'm guessing he just kind of builds up energy and then goes for the rush with Snorlax, which he is kind of pulling off right now, but we'll see if we're able to stop him in his tracks. So what do? I go for an Ultra Ball because I am going to be attacking with Thundurus this turn, and I think I'm going to grab maybe a Kyurem because I don't need 4 Deoxys on the field. That is just bad and doesn't really open up too much versatility on my bench. So I'm going to plop that Kyurem down, and I'm thinking about where to attach the Prism Energy right now because I can only use Prism Energies on Absol, but Kyurem can take blends as well. So I decide not to attach it and just attach from the bench onto the Kyurem, from the discard pile, sorry, with Thundurus EX's attack and take out his Tornadus EX. The other thing is that his other Pokemon does have just 30 HP left, so if I can get that Kyurem going as quickly as possible, which I do have next turn, I've got Scramble Switch, a way to get out of his Snorlax block and everything. If I keep this hand, I should be golden to win this game, which is sweet. It was a really strange game with some weird things happening, but here we go. He Scramble Switches all of his energy onto his Lugia, or almost all of his energy, so that he can try and take 3 prizes and then do 2 more next turn just to win. So he can knock out an Absol or a Kyurem and still win the game. But I think it's going to be a turn too late because he does use Plasma Gale. He does take 3 prizes, but I've got that Prism in hand to take the prize off the bench, and that is good game. So that was actually a really interesting game. Plasma is a deck I've been having a lot of fun with recently, both building and playing, and yeah, I just go ahead and attach the energy, make sure I've still got that win on the field, and that is all good. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I think that is it for this game. So I hope you forgive me for the time that I've been away. I've done it a few times now, but there's been so much in my life recently that's got in the way. But anyway, my other channel over at the Diamond Minecart has exploded recently, and it was pretty unexpected, but that has allowed me to now do both channels full time, so expect almost daily videos from me on both channels. Exciting stuff, and I hope you also like the new artwork, intro, and all that good stuff too, because they've made me change to the new YouTube layout, which I'm not a massive fan of, but I think it looks cool still. Anyway, enough rambling. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you are new to the channel, and a like would also be greatly appreciated too. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.